Daddies, what's up? So listen, I'm not gonna talk about politics. I ain't gonna talk about politics. I ain't gonna talk about politics, and I ain't gonna talk about race. I don't know. I was laughing this morning. Where did Ricky Ricardo work? Remember Lucy? Remember the show Lucy that used to come on TV? And Ricky was Cuban, wasn't he? Was he Cuban or Puerto Rican? I know he was Hispanic. He was I don't know if they classified people as Hispanic back in them days. That was in the 60s. I remember, because I grew up in Washington Heights. I was born in Washington Heights on 160th Street. 160th Street between Broadway and Amsterdam, I think it is. Broadway and Amsterdam. Broadway and St. Nick. Broadway and Amsterdam. And I remember, like I said in my poem, I remember vividly watching a black and white TV that colored black people lazy. But I'm not going to get into that. But I remember watching Lucy and Ricky Ricardo. Where did Ricky Ricardo work? Remember, because Lucy was white and Ricky Ricardo was a Latino. And he worked in a club. He worked in a nightclub. Can you guys remember the nightclub? I'm not going to say it. Listen, if you know it, just say you know it, all right? Don't give away the answer, because I'm going to put the video on YouTube. And no cheating. I'm 54. So I used to watch I Love Lucy. Ay, ay, ay. With Ricky Ricardo, Ethel, and Fred. And Lucy used to always be doing something. Lucy was always getting into some trouble. So tell me, what was the name of the club that Ricky Ricardo worked in? And don't cheat, all right? Now, let's talk about something else. I remember the olden days. Remember back in the days when a box of cereal, the Jackson 5 was hot back then. And the Jackson 5, remember the Jackson 5? The Jackson 5 record used to come on the back of the cereal box. Alphabet cereal box. And they had that song ABC. ABC. Oh, baby. And that's where Naughty by Nature got the beat from. You Down with OPP. You Down with OPP. They got that from the Jackson 5. From ABC. Always 1, 2. But remember back in the days, I forgot what cereal it was, but the record used to come on the back of the cereal. And you cut the record out and put the record on the turntable and the shit would work. Remember back in the days when the record, when you would put a record on, and when you had the next record on standby, it would hold it on that piece of magnet, and then it would drop. Remember that shit? That was back in the days. I remember back in the days, the TV used to go off at night. At 12 o'clock, the TV would go off. Well, the TV wouldn't go off, but the stations would go off. The stations would go off. And I remember I used to watch, the last show I used to watch was called Love American Style. I used to watch Love American Style, and the TV would go off. Back in the days, I remember I used to watch The Twilight Zone, Love American Style. Twilight Zone used to be scary as hell. That shit used to be scary. And the stupid ass show was Lost in Space. I didn't like that show. I didn't like Star Trek either. I used to watch Batman. And like pow, pow. And back in the days, I Dream of Jeannie, and they didn't show couples sleeping in the same bed. Couples slept in separate bed. The husband slept in one bed, and the wife slept in the other bed. I Love Jeannie. The Munsters. I remember all them shows. Alright, y'all, I ain't gonna hold you up, but try to remember what nightclub did Ricky Ricardo work in. Don't cheat. Just right, I know, okay?